Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Sania Gilani from the Department of English, University of Southern Punjab. I will be your online course instructor for the course of Rise of the Novel, 18th and 19th Century. Every week we will focus on one topic divided into two lectures. Hopefully this journey will be fruitful and you will have learned something by the end of this semester. So let's begin. Today we are going on a literary adventure, not to far off lands, but into the world of stories about real humans, real societies, and real emotions. We are going to explore how and why the novel, a form of long prose fiction, became the dominant genre of literature in the 18th century. Think of today's novels, movies, and TV series as distant cousins of what we are studying. Our journey starts centuries ago with some of the first storytellers who wrote in a way that we would recognize today. The topic of this week is Introduction to Novel, the birth and rise of the novel, 18th century context and development. So, what exactly is a novel? According to Oxford Dictionary, a novel is defined as a fictitious prose narrative of considerable length in which characters and actions representative of real life are portrayed. This definition highlights three important features. First, the novel is written in prose. Second, it is long. Third, it represents real life characters and situations. The word novel comes from the Latin novellus and the Italian novella, meaning something new. Initially, it referred to short prose tales, particularly those written by Boccaccio. However, during the 18th century, the meaning shifted from short tales to long prose. After establishing a basic definition of novel, we should look at the historical context behind it. So, the road to the novel, the literary precursors of novel. Before the novel existed, literature was dominated by epics, romances, and mythic stories. These narratives had long histories, such as Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. Medieval romances like Morte d'Arthur and collections like Boccaccio's short stories. These works often focused on heroes, gods, and adventures far from everyday life. This shift towards novel began when writers started telling stories grounded in real human experiences. For example, Cervantes' Don Quixote humorously questioned the chivalric romances and made readers see characters as people with quirks and flaws instead of untouchable heroes. While not the today's standards, Don Quixote is considered the earliest example of prose fiction. By the end of the 17th century, writers like Ephra Behn and John Bunyan were already experimented with prose narrative that emphasized lived experiences and moral complexity, paving the ground for novel. These works focus less on mythical heroes and more on individual lives. So, why the 18th century was a turning point? This is where things get interesting. The 18th century wasn't just another historical era, it was the perfect storm that made novels possible and popular with the rise of the middle class. Industrial expansion and trade led to the emergence of a wealthy middle class, merchants, professionals, and urban citizens with disposable income, leisure time, and a taste for reading. They were no longer content with epics about kings and knights. They wanted stories about people like themselves. Second point was the spread of literacy and print culture. Printing technology had advanced, books were cheaper to produce, and more people learned to read. Newspaper and magazines grew popular, creating a culture of regular reading. Many novels were even first published in serial installments like episodes in a TV show today, keeping readers engaged for the publication. Enlightenment thinking also gave rise to novel. The 18th century was the age of reason. Philosophers like John Locke and Francis Bacon argued that experience, observation, and individual thought were at the heart of understanding the world. This emphasis on individual experience found a natural home in the novel, which focused on human psychology and social reality. Next was the social space that was changing, like coffee houses and circulating libraries became social hubs. People didn't just read, they discussed books. These public spaces helped spread novel reading as a social experience. In these ways, the novel became not just for entertainment, but a cultural phenomena. It was a mirror of everyday life as seen through the eyes of real people. So, who were the pioneers of the 18th century novel? Let's meet the giants whose works helped define the genre. First is Daniel Defoe, who was one of the first authors to achieve sustained prose fiction. His Robinson Crusoe tells the story of a castaway survival on an island. Daniel Defoe used detailed realism and a first person narrative that made the story almost like a true account rather than fiction. This immersive quality made Crusoe one of the first examples of realistic fiction in English. He did not just stop at that, he also explored themes of gender, freedom, morality, showing how novels began to tackle complex social issues long before social issues were commonly discussed. Next is Samuel Richardson. He took the novel in a different direction with his work Pamela. He told his entire story through letters. Pamela gave us an intimate look at the heroine's thought as she resisted and negotiated her place in society. The novel was enormously popular, so much so that people would read it aloud in groups. Richardson's epistolary form influenced other writers, and he continued exploring psychological realism in later works like Clarissa and Sir Charles. Next is Henry Fielding. He reacted playfully to Richardson's seriousness. In his work Tom Jones, he blended satire, social commentary, and humor. This novel took readers on a sprawling journey through English society while poking fun at morality. Now let's talk about the diversification of the novel. As the century progressed, people started experimenting with new styles. Gothic novel became more common that blended supernatural, and writers like Anne Radcliffe dominated the next century. The novel had developed many branches: sentimental novels, gothic tales, and social comedies, reflecting the diversity of experience and reader interests. To conclude, the novel as we know it did not appear overnight. It grew out of earlier narrative forms, but it blossomed in the 18th century because of social change, print culture, rising literacy, and a public eagerness for stories about themselves. The novels offered readers a new way of understanding the world, not through knights and gods, but through ordinary people, their choices, and their struggles. From Daniel Defoe's realism to writers like Henry Fielding using playful experimentation, the 18th century shaped the novel into a form that would dominate literary life for centuries. And in the next lecture, we are going to look at some of the themes that were commonly explored in 18th century and the forms of, you can say, storytelling that were common. So till then, Allah Hafiz, and I hope you learned something. Thank you.